Morning, folks. It still is barely. It's 11:13 a.m. Wednesday, January 18th, 2017. There's something I want to talk about that is very hard for most everyone to understand. Dealing with the loss of loved ones. How do you take all the hurt out of it? How do you take all the pain out of it? Well, when you fully understand what's happening and what is real, what exists, what's there, and what's happening, when you can finally put things in a proper perspective, because you're actually seeing what's going on, you're aware of it, you know, it falls away quickly. I have a very good example to use for this, but everyone has their own. When Herky, my last dog, Herky, he's passed. Who Herky was? Herky was a physical body with material that came from this planet. He originally had part of the planetary essence that originally came from Gaia in his body, in that physical body, as well as his own personal self, his spirit, source animal. That is who Herky was. He was a very unique individual. Species canine or whatever. Hey, he was a person. Everything living is a person. They're beings. They're people. People aren't any better than animals or plants and stuff. So much arrogance has been made in that directive. It's disgusting. We're all family because we came from the very first being ever to exist. But we're our own selves past that. And there's no thread connecting us all together. Everybody wants to think this and that. No, sorry, it doesn't exist. But let's get back to the topic here. So who was Herky? Not is, but who was Herky? Well, Herky's spirit. Now, I talk with him all the time. I went into him and took care of him like the other animal source, animal essence. Also, that is out of body, changing their energy. Herky was a physical being, a dog, that had the two spirits within him. Then Herky's body was really tired. He had a couple of small, petite mal seizures. He was getting ready to get real bad. He had a lot of other problems. It was time. I had to send him home. To keep him another day would have been painful. The same ought to be able to be done with people, but of course, the idea is to abuse everything, to get the max abuse out of them. That's the way it was. That's not the way it is anymore. So I honor Herky's life, everything. He would come in here when it's getting near time to end of a consult and start barking. He'd do it on video sometimes. It's like, Dad, we got to go. He was a messenger for me. He'd talk to me. I could talk to the spirit that came from the planet, and I could talk to him, who, his spirit that's still alive. Both of those are. They're free. They're in their natural state of spirit, sentient energy. The body came from the planet. It had to go back. The same with all of us. There's no hell. The only thing that comes close to hell is being in a physical body having life. That's the only hell there is. Period. When you're out of your body, you're free. You're your normal self again, sentient energy, spirit. So losing Herky hurt, for a good few days, pretty hard. But when you come to the realization that Herky himself is like I look at a picture of him, and I see what was, but I also see the spirits and everything that was in him that are still there, and I can see him. I talk with him. A lot of people, when they die, they come back to see and say hi. and you'll at one point you'll think you feel them, and you won't trust it because you won't trust your abilities because you're told they don't exist. And if you accept that they do exist, then you're going to be a nut. You're going to get locked up. They're going to take your money. Tell everyone you're crazy nut. No. You need to have faith in yourself enough to understand, to relax and feel. A lot of you know that. Our loved ones come back to say hi. Why? Because they love us too. And once they're out of that body and free of everything, you would be surprised how nice they are, how loving they are. Folks, lives are hell. Being in a body, having a life, unless you happen to be having a good one because you needed one, they're hell. I honor the life of the being that was the person, that was Herky. But I talked to both spirits, and the body's gone back home, back into the earth. So, it's ready to be put in the earth. When I go, I'll be cremated also, and our ashes will be put together and taken care of. Everything's set up. Once you understand that they come back and they say hi, who they really are together, and that the being in a body was a temporary thing, to me, number one, I honor that life. That was a very special moment. I've said there's 3 things to me that are sacred: birth, death, and the biggest thing is the life in the middle. I honor a physical body with these entities in it that's trying to go through life. When you understand what's really going on, folks, the hurt starts going away. You love them, respect their life. You're thankful for them. Yeah. But when you understand what's going on, understanding and having your truth will literally take the edge off that knife. And the more you relax and open up your abilities, the quicker it is for you to come to a realization of what's really going on. I'm going to make a picture of Herky. I'll put it up here somewhere. Deanna and I are going to fix the thing up with the little bit of a studio over here. But I'm still healing now from this. My both lungs collapsing. But I'm going to have a big picture of him up there. And it's not because I'm crying over him every night. I love him. I appreciate his life and what he was with me. The 2 sentient parts of the 2 spirits that were within him, the larger part being his actual self, I talk with him all the time. He's been coming to everybody, in the family, Source family. He pops in and says hi. When you know that your loved ones have actually been in hell to be in body, when you know what's really happening, a physical body that came from the earth with 2 spirits in it, what they call the Kundalini. It's a dual spirit core, energy core in the body. And then you can see the 2 of them outside of the body. Then when I look at a picture of Herky, I realize that is gone. It's over. But I have respect. I loved that body with the 2 spirits in it, and the body's gone, but I still love the 2 spirits. So, even though that very important moment in life is over, I'm still talking to what was Herky, what was in him. It's, we never really leave, the bodies do. It's not just okay to hurt, all right? It's honoring those we love and the life that that person had. You have the compassion and the honor yourself to honor life. And it hurts every once in a while when you bring it up. If you weren't compassionate, you wouldn't hurt. So it's a good thing. But at the same time, it's understanding what it was, what happened, what is. And the fact you can still talk to him, See, with me, what it really helped me as far as with Herky is that I'd see a picture of him, and Herky was right there. And as soon as I see the picture, immediately, Herky was right here and goes, "Daddy, that's not me. Daddy, that's not me. Here I am." And I understood. Folks, you can talk with your deceased loved ones. You can learn how to talk to both spirits. You don't have to be sourced to do that. You have to be sourced to crank people up, folks, and that's incredibly powerful stuff. We're here for a reason. But we're no better than nothing else. It doesn't mean you can't do something because you're not sourced. That's only relative to crank-ups. So, I think it's going to do nothing but get better. It's going to be easier and easier for everyone to use their abilities, crank up, crank up their energies to power up, and then just use them. It's going to get better and better. But if you understand what's in a body, if you understand what's inside your Aunt Alma that you love so much, and you can actually see the two parts of the spirit in the body, and you understand the body came from the planet, went back to it, it takes 90-something% of the edge off of that knife. If you didn't hurt, you wouldn't be as awesome as you are. But you don't have to maintain pain. Okay? Honor the life of that physical body with the two spirits within it. And soon we're going to have single spirits in there. But that's already happening, starting to happen. But honor it for what it was. And just talk with them when you want. If you get cranked up by any of the source members, you're going to get stronger, 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 stronger. It's easier. Plus, your willpower, your fortitude, you get stronger. That's just the way it is. People have asked me many times, what does a crank up do for you? And I try to explain. It releases your, it awakens, first off, it puts source energy inside energy, not spirit. It doesn't have its own intelligence, it's energy. The heat coming off of a stove is the energy coming off of it. If there was a thought process, it'd be the element firing up in there or something, but that's not a good analogy. But it's just the energy, it's not sentient. Okay? So having that spirit inside you makes you stronger, increases your willpower. 5 to 10% of that at least will stay in your body and stay in your spirit. Permanently. That's something you take with you forever. But it also awakens your abilities, cranks them up, makes them stronger, and as long as you keep using it and you relax and flow with it, folks, you just keep growing. Your body literally starts to evolve. There's already things softly being put together about people being in MRIs and stuff while being cranked up. The proof of what I've been telling you, the proof of what I've been doing is getting ready to come out worldwide. There's all kinds of stuff coming. So things will only get better. Everyone, the field that's everywhere, the source field, is going to help you see better. Okay? That's part of this. That's part of what's happening. The rebirth of creation. So, I appreciate loss. Y'all have seen me just kick it up. I've gotten in people's face. Judges. If it was necessary, yeah. Think I've never had a judge slam that hammer at me? Oh, yes. I had a point to make and I made it. I have all respect for anybody in a certain case, but they're no better than no one else. None of us are. So, someone treats me like shit, I return the favor. But that'll all be changing over time. But in the meantime, those of us that have ones we love, folks, understand who they are. Understand it was important, a sacred moment when a physical body was produced and then two spirit beings were inside to have a life. And that's working together hard, sometimes working against each other. It depends on the spirit. These are important moments in creation's history, every life. That includes yours. So, those of us that care, let's just honor that moment in creation's time when this being existed. But if you relax and calm down and flow inside yourself, you can literally reach out and start talking to both the spirits that were inside the body. The part that came from the planet, that came from the Gaia released a long time ago, planetary essence, and also the more familiar spirit that's in there, the larger part of it, that's out floating around the other side. That body with the combination of two spirits in it is gone forever. Honor that. But don't think that the two spirits are gone. They're not. And the stronger you get, and the more you relax and let yourself flow, the more you talk to them, the more you realize that. You make a good connection with someone who's gone, they'll come say hi. Something needs to be done on my part soon about a good meditation video or something. Right now, I'm really involved with what I'm doing my consults. I've started doing them again. My brain's getting changed again to try to help me be more cognitive in my thought process to make it easier for people to understand me. There's not a lot of time that I have left, and I need to summarize but move forward with everything I can possibly do. When we lose our animals, it's the same as people, same as plants. Folks, there's a huge creation out there. It's huge. And if you relax, if you just go home, relax, turn the lights low, get a blank piece of wall to stare at, close your eyes, have soft music, dead silence, whatever you want, just relax. Normal, relaxed breathing. Sometimes people want to listen to themselves breathe. You can make yourself as a ball of light floating over a lake that's very quiet at sunset or midnight or something with the moonlight and just floating a little bit above the water. There's a lot of ways you can actually go ahead and just relax, flow down into yourself, relax your body, then take your conscious mind and think about your conscious mind as whatever you want, a balloon, ball of fire, a helmet, just let it float away. Know that it's attached with a string. Just let it go. Another deeper breath, a full breath. And then another one or two after that. And then by that point, you'll be doing this naturally. And then fall down inside yourself. And open up. Just let yourself flow. Don't reach out and grab anything. Just relax and just float out there. And just open up and feel in your heart the love that you have for these people. As long as they can and they're not tied up. And it might take a few tries. They'll come. But when they do come to you, you have to accept what little you feel is them being there. You have to see it for yourself and understand that's what it is. But you can't ignore soft, subtle feelings because that's how they come. It's not someone walking up to you, grabbing your hand and shaking it. You have to accept the fact that there's something there. You felt something, fine, go with it. Go into it. Do you feel them? Do you feel their love? If a friend of yours committed suicide, just relax and reach out into the other side and just say hello with your heart. Send you compassion, see what's going on. Or be concerned and just reach out and open up, and you're going to automatically go right to the person. Okay, if the person's like in a healing chamber or something like that, soon after it's suicide or death, it takes a while. Maybe take a week, maybe even a month. Usually it's about a week, though, before you can connect to them and feel them. And folks, until you try to do that, it won't, the chances of it happening aren't that great. The chance of them coming up to you and you smell something or feel them, or you hear a noise or you hear a song the person used to like, smell some food she used to make, that'll happen. That'll be done to get things started. But when you go to communicate, you just have to accept whatever you feel. Just feel it. Wait till it stops for a second, then look at it and see what you see with your head, what you feel in your gut. You know, who was this? Was it male or female? What's the intention, the feeling behind it? Was it my Aunt Emma? Who was it? To dwell on how much you miss someone when they're still there, to dwell on the thought process of, gee, they could be in trouble, are they okay? Because everyone goes home, you're finally home. You're not okay, you're awesome. You know, there's no pain, there's no nothing. There's just, there's relaxing. Well, there's nothing negative as far as sensory input. You're just floating. You're finally your true self again, and you're huge. You have access to all your intelligence, all your past lives. It's all right there. It's inside you. You can remember everything from past lives. That's how smart you are. That's how smart your loved ones are. Honor their lives. Appreciate what they did for you. Don't freak out about the things you wanted to do and never got the chance to. Instead, sit back, relax, open up your heart, and send them some love. And you'd be surprised the attention you'll get. And animal essences started to become more and more involved, easier to reach, and some good advice. Start talking with them. Okay, that's going to really help you. They're incredibly intelligent, incredibly powerful. You can't turn those of us with love, those people who watch this is because they care. This won't get the hits that some of my other videos about talking with our friends in space, about starships coming in and out, the wars, everything else, taking huge samples out of the ocean, almost a mile long, out of the motion, grabbing an underground facility and ripping it out of the ground like the Drock ship did. Illyrian fleet, which is a bunch of that Illyrian fleet. The video, that was a bunch of Illyrian that were mostly in their own personal vehicles. And in the old days, remember, I'm 61, they used to have like cruise night in different cities where people would cruise slowly, buy it like a hamburger joint or whatever. Kind of nasty thought process for me. I'm going almost completely vegan, but I love eating vegan. I want to be. My last life I was fruitopian. I just ate fruit and some bread. Gandhi. So I feel better with that. But anyway, they were just cruising around to start showing themselves, folks. This is starting to happen. I told you it would. So, folks, look, I love you. Those that you love, they still love you. Okay? It's the body that was gone. The body's gone. They're not. Okay? Love you all, man. They love you too. Don't forget that. Have a good one.